What up, Jopins? We're back. We got a special guest today. We got Ezra Elliott. My man is going to be next up, dude. We just had fucking Tommy last night. Ezra, David, a few more people from the gym. A lot of people from the gym. They've been working hard. They've been grinding. Tommy put them on the map again, shouting out the Redhawk Academy. Ezra, we can't thank you enough for coming on, man. How you doing?
Yep, feeling good, boys. Glad to be here.
Fuck yeah, dude. It's been a long time coming. Honestly, we should have had you on a long time ago, but grateful for the now. We were talking because, dude, I wanted to talk to you. I'm super excited for Cam Patterson joining Saturday Night Live. Ezra, we were telling you, you got to check it out, dude. If you're going to start with Kill Tony, look up some Cam Patterson videos.
Yeah, I'll have to look into it.
Mm-hmm. Dude, he's really funny, man, and the whole premise is like it's a minute stand-up, and then he always kills it every new minute. But I was telling Ezra earlier.
Ezra?
Yeah, I know. I got Ezra. I was telling you earlier, dude, because I was thinking it'd be really cool, Jobins, if they did a thing where like Kill Tony, but for like Kill BJJ, and they pulled out because they do random bucket pulls and they get people to do a minute to like show how good they are of comedians. A minute of showing how good you are at like jujitsu, or you could even go further, MMA, and having like an MMA Kill Tony kind of thing. And then instead of like stand-up comedians as the special guest, you'd have some badasses like
have like the UFC fighters versus like some fans.
Exactly, like Craig Jones, Drakkar. You know, dude, anybody from the Redhawk Academy. It would be sick.
That'd be crazy. Do you watch Ezra? Do you watch any like streamers like Kai?
No. I'm not really into the whole like even just any of the influencer world stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really pay attention to. I mean, I see clips, like maybe once in a while I'll watch a video, like the ones where like Drewski has the people come up and do the auditions. Like those are pretty entertaining.
Oh yeah, Could Have Been Records.
Yeah,
I love that shit. Did you watch any of the this season?
No, I mean I literally just
got into
it'd be like clips more or less, or like maybe if like one clip's real funny, I might look up that episode and just like watch it on YouTube.
Dude, I've been getting hard into Drewski lately. He's funny.
He's funny.
Yeah, but back to Kill Tony. Him joining Saturday Night Live, dude. Cam Patterson joining Saturday Night Live is huge. The cast they've been doing reshaping up. Got a lot of lost a lot of people. 5 new people joined. Cam Patterson's one of them. I'm actually excited to turn on Saturday Night Live again.
My only thing, and I would love to see it from Cam, is seeing like a range of characters, because SNL Saturday Night Live's all about like character impressions. Mm-hmm. So it would be cool to see Cam kind of out of his comfort zone doing different characters, because Adam Ray's really good at that. And then a few other stand-ups are like really good at like just making you feel like they're a different person. Yeah. Where Cam Patterson always has a great brand new minute, don't get me wrong, but he's always the same character, which is funny as hell. But it'd be interesting to see him kind of have a range of characters.
I personally think he's going to kill it. And apparently he did a new movie coming out with Kevin Hart. What kind of movies you watch, Ezra? What's your kind of movies when you go to?
Dude, I like all kinds of movies, honestly. I mean, like my favorite ones are normally like comedies and stuff.
What'd you grow up? Who was your favorite comedians growing up?
Well, I was gonna say one of my favorite movies. You guys ever see Tenacious D?
Fuck, dude, brother, yes. I was literally, dude, that's weird. What was I singing before he came over? Remember, I was going, it was the best song in the world. Remember, bro?
Yep.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
That's weird, actually, Ezra.
I think that's a Midwest kid movie, I think.
Oh, dude, my sister loved Tenacious D. My mom and dad, we grew up on Jack Black. Dude.
Yeah, I like Jack Black.
Kyle Gass. Tenacious D was one of the best movies ever. It still is.
And we were such big School of Rock fans. Yeah. So then Tenacious D comes out too, and then like that is such a funny ass movie.
That's sick. I wish Tim would play more Tenacious D in the gym.
Yeah, Tenacious D's fire. And then I liked the movies with Will Ferrell growing up. Oh yeah, those are funny
classics.
I like psychological thrillers. Do you guys like any movies like that?
Oh God, yes, all the time.
Yeah, I like those.
Identity. Did you ever see Identity growing up?
Is that the one where they're all in the dude's head?
Yep.
I love that movie.
Yeah, dude. Oh yeah, we can go those kind of movies.
Have you seen Memento?
So.
It's with Guy Ritchie. Oh, dude, I don't even want to spoil it. Watch Memento. You like psychological thrillers?
Yeah.
Dude, that one's so awesome. If you want, I would watch that with you, bro. Because it's one of those movies you watch it once and then you get it. But like, dude, it's such a good twist and you love it, dude.
Ezra, how old are you again, my man?
25.
25. I'm 7 years older than you. So you were born in 99.
2000.
2000. Okay. Whoa. Probably in the very beginning then. Right?
In May.
May. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn. 2000s, baby. Bro, growing up in the 90s, I was so lucky being a kid, seeing all those kinds of movies. Like the movies now, I would hate being a kid growing up too.
They're not the same, huh?
They're not, dude.
And then also, I think like you're like the age of like if you were a 90s kid, you grew up with like a regular childhood, I'd say, and then like social media didn't come till you were pretty much an adult, right?
Yeah, dude. That shit did. Well, I was like 13, 14 when Facebook hit. And then MySpace, I was in like 6th, 7th grade for MySpace. And then I think, 8th grade is when Facebook hit. I'm old.
Yeah.
I'm old.
I remember, dude, because I grew up with this kid. I grew up with this kid, and every day I'd come over, and he would be on MySpace doing his top 10 friends.
Oh, yeah.
Changing his music on his background and everything. Yep. Yeah, he was hooked on it, dude. One of those guys. When it came out.
Yeah.
How old were you? So you were a little kid when that shit was going on.
Yeah, I didn't even really know about that stuff. I think I got Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram. I was 14. Damn. I was like in 8th grade. I got all those.
Yeah, I can't imagine growing up with Snapchat these days. That'd be insane. That's crazy.
Yeah, when I was like 8th grade, 14.
What other kind of movies you like? I could talk movies all day, dude.
You guys like Shutter Island?
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, Shutter Island's banger.
Leonardo DiCaprio is my favorite actor. Who's your favorite director?
I don't know. I guess I don't.
It is hard.
I like I really like one of the movies, I should say, but the Jordan Peele movie Get Out.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I really liked that one. The most recent one, I had trouble following a little bit.
Which one was that? That was
Nope.
Right? The alien one?
Yeah, the alien one. Yeah. That one I was having a little trouble following.
Yeah.
But the cinematic part of it is really good.
I want to see him. Have you seen the trailer for that?
Mm-mm.
Well, dude, you got to look that. That's a mind fuck apparently. It's about a football player who's just like the best and he gets all these trophies, and it kind of seemed like it was about Tom Brady at first, me and Brendan thought, but who knows who it's about.
Yeah.
But he like sacrifices himself to achieve these things. So it's like kind of...
He like sells his soul?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, shit.
Jordan Peele style. So,
okay. Yeah. Okay, that might be a banger.
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure it comes out pretty soon.
Dude, you should watch that, especially because being like at the highest level, it's interesting to have that like question posed to you. Would you sell your soul in order to achieve like global fame and success to the Tom Brady level?
So, okay, we can kind of go down this rabbit hole just a little bit with that.
Of course.
But, so like me and Bryce have talked about this a lot, right? Because like in music, you hear it all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And then, like Bryce is like, dude, it's more like metaphorical. Like I had to like break my back to get where I'm at. Like I sold my soul because you had to like let go of all these people, like all these things to get to where you're going. But I'm always like, is it actually that, or like you actually sell your soul? Because I'm almost like, I really believe there's like a spiritual aspect to the world and stuff, and like the goal of mainstream is to make it seem like it's not. But then once you're up to like higher levels, I think it really is, and then like now it's fully shown to you.
Yeah.
And then I think maybe it's like, all right, you can sell your soul and you can get anything you want in this world and like the worldly thing, or you can go back to being a nobody. Right. And then they've already established themselves enough where they're like, oh, like, I don't want to go back to that. I've already worked hard to be here, and then they do, I would say. But I don't know.
Sometimes I think maybe it's even people you love being sacrificed.
Oh yeah, like the Kanye thing, right?
Yeah, dude. And that's
what's the Kanye thing where he sold it? What are you talking about?
He was probably referencing his mom.
Yeah. Have you heard that? Like where he says like, I lost my mom.
Yeah,
on Donda?
Michael Jordan and his dad.
Yeah, it's like stuff like that. Yeah.
Get out of here.
There's a bunch of things. Dude,
there's conspiracies.
His dad disappeared.
They're conspiracies, but yeah.
Conspiracies. No, please don't sue me. But yeah. Yeah.
Well, I have a question, Ezra. Because your buddy was trying to make that argument. Have you ever gotten done with a big sparring round and then sparring, and then you go, oh man, that was so selling my soul to the devil hard. Backbreaking is one thing.
Yeah, I don't
selling
exactly.
Your soul,
yeah.
What a weird comparison.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'd sold my soul fighting.
Yeah.
I'd say I sold my brain cells, maybe.
Well, dude, Jobins, Ezra, right now you're on a five fight win streak, undefeated. You're getting everybody out in the first fucking round, like Tommy. Until last night, we're gonna get to Tommy's fight here in a second, but bro, I've been blessed. I've seen you fight live. I watch you just right away. Something about you that I admire, Ezra, is you're not wasting any time. You know what your best parts are, and you go right in it. And then usually, what I've seen is your opponents can't handle it. Because you're in your strongest part of your world, and you choke people the fuck out. They're crazy scrambles. I've seen so many crazy scrambles from you. It's wild to see. How long have you been doing this? How long have you been wrestling? Did you grow up wrestling?
I started wrestling when I was 10.
10? Dude,
But-
wow.
But like,
That's not even, you know what I mean?
I think so if you start when you're 10,
Uh-huh.
like in Illinois especially, because wrestling's pretty good in Illinois,
Mhm.
you're behind the ball
Yep.
because most
Same
people
with
start at
me.
5.
Same with Missouri, bro.
Yeah. So
We're
you're
right
behind
there.
the ball. So
Yeah.
at 10 it was a little bit of a late start, and honestly, I didn't really I just wrestled during the season, which was only 3 months, and then when I was 14, I started wrestling year round. I started taking it really serious. And I
Uh-huh.
started to catch up to the people that were a lot better than me. And then I ended up winning a state title my senior year. Like I ended up getting to a certain point that I was like pretty good. I went to college, but then I dropped out like early in college, like only a month in.
Mhm.
But I started doing jiu-jitsu. And I almost feel like I have a better frame for jiu-jitsu.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't like go into jiu-jitsu just being like, oh, I'm just going to wrestle. Like I was really trying to learn jiu-jitsu, and I like just immersed myself in it for maybe a year and a half. And then that combination of wrestling and jiu-jitsu, like it just like for me, it formed like pretty seamless, and it just feels natural. Like that's just how I roll. And then when you add the MMA, like the striking stuff into it, I mean, I've been a fan of MMA for a while, so like I got a good handle on range and some of the stuff that take a little bit to learn striking, and then it's really good coaching and stuff down here, like that I got, and then like good partners like sparring with Suga, getting to do like 3-5s with him, or like Marcus, some of these really good strikers. So I feel like my striking got to like a proficient level, but then I know where like I know where I'm better than everyone, which is like is in the grappling.
Yeah.
It's like Hamza, right? Like he can strike with really good guys, but he's the best if he gets people down. He's on top.
Yeah, because, dude, watching you, you're like playing chess out there when you grapple with people. It just seems like you know people's a couple heads before they do. Like you know what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like that easy, but
You make it seem like it. I
Yeah.
know it isn't. I know any fighter will say it's not, but
yeah.
every time I
mean,
watch.
a lot of guys like too, I think people in MMA especially, like they really lack in certain areas because you can get away with it for so long.
Uh-huh.
A lot of them, I think, neglect their jiu-jitsu or their like submission grappling.
Uh-huh.
I think they really do, a lot of them, just because no one wants to get knocked out. So I think everyone's always spending all their time on the mitts and spending all their time doing those things. And then there's kind of a stigma on like, if you grapple, you're a bitch. So people are like, I'm not coming out here and bang. Like, I want to fight.
Yeah.
And especially when you get like, I've even felt it when I'm getting wrapped up.
Uh-huh.
Tim's like wrapping my hands, and
Uh-huh.
I start hitting the paddles and stuff, and I mean I can feel on my hands like they feel like you're a little kid with Hulk hands on, like you want to
Yeah.
go hit something,
Yeah.
right? And I think people get a little like not gun shy, but whatever the opposite, like they're like gun ho to like get in there and
Super
bang.
excited.
Yes, they're super excited to get in there and like bang, and I think people just get a little too like fixated on trying to hurt the guy, and then they're not being intelligent, and then like they're grappling, they didn't spend enough time maybe
Damn.
doing and stuff, and then there's just like certain holes, I think, for a lot of guys, not everyone, but
Yeah.
just
And you do have the mind for it, because I just wanted to give you a little bit of praise here, because I've been doing jiu-jitsu 3 years, and in one of the biggest classes I still remember, bro, my first no-gi class, you actually were coaching it. And then the fact, like, you helped me so much in one class on how to do a guillotine, like so much better, like wrapping the guillotine around, getting my legs higher up on them, and then really getting that, and then chest out. And like, dude, I've been tapping people out so many more times just from one class. Like, dude, your mind for the grappling department is crazy, dude. I kind of want to see how you compete against like these high-level Russian wrestlers and stuff like that. Just because, like, even with Tommy too, like, it was cool seeing him not get taken down or anything. I'm excited.
yeah. I mean, dude, like especially down here, like it's gonna be hard, especially like Tom too, like because he's got that good wrestling background also, and he's like, you've seen how good his sprawl is and how he's like really funky and hard to hold.
Yeah.
Like people that have been grappling forever like that, they're just hard to.
Train
They're hard to like fuck with on the ground, just in general.
Yeah.
Like not that you can't if you're a striker or anything, but like it's like how like Suge fights. It's gonna be a little different. He's not gonna probably meet someone with his hips. That's like a wrestling thing to do. Like Tommy wrestled since he was 3, so he has a good feel for that. But Suge's footwork and his like lateral movement is like, and his limp legs and like those things is what makes him like great on the outside. Whereas like maybe me and Tommy is gonna be like these chokes in the front headlock and then like doing funkier wrestling, more like traditional wrestling stuff. That's what's cool about MMA is like it can all work. Your style, like
styles make matchups.
Duplessis was the champ, and he is like everyone would say he's so sloppy and he does everything wrong, but he was the world champion.
Yeah.
So I mean,
beating world-class athletes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's again, styles make matchups, my man. But yeah, getting that well-rounded, you're working on your striking, you're getting that leveled up.
Yeah.
It's the best thing to do. Because again, I think these new wave of athletes, I think they're coming, guys. I think we were all nervous for a little bit, like, oh my God, these Russians, how are we going to beat them? I think there's a new wave of younger athletes that are going to do it here.
Yeah, no, I think so too. There's just honestly like everyone, even like that, like Josh Van kid. He's gonna be the youngest guy to fight for the belt. First kid born in the 2000s to fight for the title.
Didn't he get a fight announced? Isn't there apparently who is he fighting?
He's fighting Pantoja.
Pantoja, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but there's just like a new wave of killers, and even like, I mean, last night you guys watched the Contender Series. I mean, not just Tommy and the guy he fought was only 21 years old. He was really good.
Nuts.
And then On from the lab. I mean, him and the guy he fought. I mean, dude, they look like some of the Contender Series fights look better than a lot of the UFC fights you watch nowadays. That's how good everyone is.
Last night was so exciting. That whole entire card, I felt the same way, dude. I was like, man, this was almost just as exciting. It was just as exciting as a big card.
Yeah, like people are good, and especially the Contender Series. I think people just really bring it because, like, you know, they want it. Everyone wants it.
That's the best thing about the Contender season. Even like what Dana was saying after the fights, it's like it's not about what you've done. It's about showing up right here tonight and putting it all on the line. And that's what it's all. That's when you know fireworks are coming.
Yeah. And I mean, getting in, like, there's different ways to get into the UFC with the Ultimate Fighter. Sometimes they just give you a contract, or the short notices. I mean, the Contender Series is kind of cool because it's kind of like you guys are really fighting for that chance at being in the show.
Right.
The short notice sometimes might even be better for being the guy that's on short notice. I remember Marcus got the short notice with the UFC. And then he just like killed the dude, and then he just was like off to the races. But he didn't have to like fight for the contract. He knew he had another fight regardless, and it almost gave him less pressure. And then he just went out there and just performed on the dude. True,
that's so true.
Yeah, and then I think he only had 3 days notice too. So it was like, oh well, I only got 3 days. Like it's almost like that I'm supposed to lose, but like not that I'm supposed to lose, but there's like a different level of confidence because you have nothing to lose, I guess.
Right, and especially freedom when you're a guy like Marcus, you're older and you've been fighting forever. You want that chance, right? Everybody's wanting that chance to be in the UFC. So when the phone call like that rings, it'd be hard to deny. Big time. Big fucking time.
It's crazy to see like the dog in people too. How many fights do you think are just won because the other person like wanted it more?
Well,
because I felt that with Tommy. Dude, he had that one choke on him. And then our roommate Brock was watching it too, and he was like, "I can't believe his neck's not broken."
Dude, Tommy
just like,
the Exorcist.
Dude, he's
Bro,
dog.
When there needs to be a video of like, you've seen The Exorcist, right? Yeah, where she turns around on the bed and turns her head around. We need to do something with Tommy like that, and when she turns her head around, it's Tommy.
Yeah,
because bro.
Well, Tommy, like, that's the thing about him. Like, he really is a dog, but like, he for real wants it. Like, he wants to be that rock star. Like, he is. Like, he lives it, you know. But like, that's his lifestyle. Like, he does live it. But I mean, he like exactly. Like, he talks the talk, but he walks the walk. So I mean, I didn't think he was gonna tap, even though it looked like it for a second. Like, I was like, he's probably gonna go out if he's not gonna tap. He's gonna go out if it's gonna get to that point. Yeah,
because we know Tommy. You got to kill him.
You have to kill him.
That's why I got so nervous when it got so behind him, dude. Like, watching you guys fight, bro. I feel like I probably lost a little shiver of my life last night, just because. Talk about an adrenaline dump after you guys win. You know, you get so excited. I almost feel like I see everything thrown at you guys. time feels like it stands still, and then when it's over, it's just like, whew, adrenaline down.
Yeah, dude. All the fights, like, too, even like when I fought, I think all the fights I've had so far have been like the favorite or like supposed to win, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going in there like already kind of carrying that. And still there's just like I've never got a high off of fighting yet. Like I haven't got that like,
someone pushed me.
just like that, like, yes, like, fuck yeah. I haven't got that
Really?
yet, but I've just got like a relief, like, it's like good, it's over.
Is it because of the dominance that you
Wow.
have in your fights, or
no,
what is that?
It's probably the stress you're maybe thinking in your head or something.
Yeah, and like that's the only thing I want to do more of is I want to compete a little more freely, and maybe it's holding me back just a little bit, like, because I know I can go out there and compete freely, but and I've just dominated all my fights, but there's just like this like expectation I feel, and it's not like anyone's putting it on me necessarily. It's just I'm like I should finish the guy in the first round. Like that's how I go into the fight. Like I'm not going into the fight being like, hey, what if this? I'm just like I should finish this guy in like 2 minutes.
Damn.
And then it's just like all the camp and everything, and then the weight cut and all that. And then when I'm done with it, I'm just like, I can like breathe.
Wow.
It's weird. It's just like,
it's not. I'm sure a lot of guys probably relate.
That's the first time I heard that take, though, about
Yeah.
like expectations being put on yourself. Because I wanted to ask you about your mindset when you go into these fights, how you feel. So it's interesting to see, like, you have a lot of confidence for sure, but then to think about like, oh man, I need to finish this guy in the first round, or I've disappointed myself. It's kind of a crazy mindset in a way.
yeah, like I feel like when I'm walking to the cage, all that, like it's fun. It's not like I'm like not saying that's not fun. I like walking to the cage. I like getting in there and like putting my feet on the canvas and know I'm about to fight the guy. I like when I'm walking, like, or when I'm in the back, I just keep like I'm always thinking like I can't wait to just go out there and get my hands on this dude. Like I want to get out there and go, but that's the thing is like I feel like I'm wound up, like one of those car things that you wind up and that shoots out. Like like I'm ready to go, but like when it's over, I'm just like relieved. I'm like finally it's over, because it's like been just, like when you're up at night when you got a fight coming up, like you're just like there's someone that's like preparing to fight me right now, and like you're preparing to fight them, all those things, but like you kind of do want to get it over, as weird as it sounds.
No, I don't think so. Not with fighting, right?
The weight cut too. I mean, because you're so locked in with your diet, and then like you don't go out and do anything because you're like, oh, I'm in fight camp. I don't want to go out and do nothing, whatever.
Sacrifices.
Yeah. So it's just, I guess, that too, just being like, okay, like, and then when you're in fight camp too, everyone's always like, oh, like, so when's your fight? It's fight, and then like, so you're kind of just like ready to just not talk about fighting for a little bit, and you're like, I just want to train and just have fun training again. So there's just, because training's intense when you're in camp too. So I think that's more what it is, just like the relief of like, all right, like good, everything went good, I'm healthy, and the fight's over.
Wow. That's interesting, man. I like it. It makes sense though. You guys do put everything on the line, and when that door closes, it's on you. So, and then all those sacrifices, I know when people lose, they're like, oh, those sacrifices were for nothing, but it's like, no, every loss is a lesson. You got to learn from it. But yeah, I can't imagine. Every time I'd go play, I never played just like, I'm going to go fight somebody, combat sport. I played team sports. So like having that, I was always excited to go out and play with my buddies. But yeah, being in a closed cage, knowing that you can get your ass beat, you've been working hard, everything you're sacrificing, it's all right now. So yeah, I can totally get that. Totally get it.
It's cool seeing it at the, not cool, I guess, but it's interesting seeing it at like the highest level, because you've been wrestling since you were 10, so I'm sure you felt that way at 10 too, man, when you were doing like those wrestling meets.
Yeah,
and
I think
just
that's
like
the weirdest
all
thing.
the energy focused on your meet, and then afterwards being kind of relieved, like, hey, all the hard work and everything, now it's over, and then I can try to just not focus so much, hyper focus on that one event.
Yeah, in wrestling, I think it's like there's two events, especially in high school. It's the state tournament, and then the Fargo is like the national tournament. And so those 2 dates are just like, the whole year is around those 2 dates. So it's almost in a way kind of like fighting, because the matches outside of that, like if you lose, you can just be like, I'll get him at state kind of thing. Like, so there's like kind of that, like, I'll get him when it matters.
Yeah.
Because there's like a thing of like, it doesn't really matter till like
big time.
it's for the big
show.
time.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the big show, like, and that's kind of funny too, though, to think about. Like, I'm always really calm in the back. Like, I have no nerves. I really don't. I'm like super chill in the back. Like, when it's time to fight, I'm very relaxed. But I've been like that. Like, I used to get nerves wrestling, and then I remember like my senior year, I'm warming up for my state, like for the finals match. And it's like, I had never won a state title. So this is my first time in the finals. It's like, I always thought maybe I'd be nervous. And it was the most relaxed I'd ever felt. And I really do feel the same fighting. So it's kind of weird, but like I can get to the same headspace, but it's just like, that's what's weird is like, they're all just headspaces. Like, you know, just like.
How'd you win your state championship?
I like kind of worked the kid. I think I won like 13-4 or something like that. But I kind of just took him down a bunch. Like I was kind of working him, but like I was opening up. I was wrestling like free, which was good because I didn't want to like compete scared. And I don't want to compete scared when I fight. I just think with fighting, there's less room for error. In wrestling, like worst case, you get thrown to your back. You still get a chance to get off your back. And fighting, I think, you know, you get hit with a shot, you wake up sometimes. So,
dude, game of inches when it becomes the elites. Game of fucking inches.
Yeah.
Especially with the littler guys, man. You littler guys, it's like you look at the 45s, 55s, 35s. The top 10 is stacked. These are killers. And these are the kind of guys where it's like we're seeing wars. It's high level. Yeah. Game of inches.
You know what I find weird is, you guys ever watch the One Championships Muay Thai fights?
No.
Dude, they wear 4-ounce gloves. Dude, they crack each other so hard. They don't get knocked out that often. Really? Like not compared to the UFC guys, but the UFC guys are more like moving and they're like more like open and like loose. The Thai guys kind of just do this, so they're always in like a high guard position. And they don't even really try to get out of the way. They normally like go back and forth, just cracking each other, but they don't get knocked out.
I wonder
the
why
same
that
rate.
Is. What do you think that is? Is it just
I don't know.
Culture? Is it just Muay Thai? Is it just like that's how they're always training? So maybe they're always getting. I don't know.
They do get knocked out, but it is way less often. I think if there was like a stat on it, it's definitely less. Because I've watched some fights on there and they crack, and it's even like that Raw Tang dude. He'll drop his hands and let the dude like piece him up. He don't get dropped. How?
Yeah, I don't get it. Because I don't know. I've been watching UFC since 2007. How long have you been watching?
I used to watch when I was a little kid too. I remember watching like the Chuck and Tito fights with my dad.
Are those
damn.
Who got you like inspired and involved in UFC?
Well, I know when I was in middle school, when Ronda was the champ and like DC was the champ, like I was like watching every event by then.
You're making me feel old. That's crazy.
Yeah, so when they were like the champs and stuff, I remember I wouldn't miss a fight. Like Chris Weidman was the champ. I remember when Luke Rockhold beat him for the belt.
Was when you were in school, was it popular to everybody? Was like everyone talking about UFC when you were in school? Because for when I went to school, not hardly anybody was talking about it.
I think it was just like I was really friends with all my wrestling buddies, and we were all into it. But we'd go watch them together every weekend and stuff. But I think outside of us, probably not.
Damn. Because you're from Illinois. Where at in Illinois are you from?
I'm from a place called Hoopeston, Illinois, but it's just a small little town, like a little corn town.
If I'm looking at Illinois on the map, where at on the map?
If you went central, like dead in the center, and then you went all the way to the east by the state line of Indiana.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, because see, we're from St. Louis, like Arnold, so we're like 20 minutes from St. Louis. We're like right on the Mississippi, so you're all the way across the state for us.
You probably never wrestled at Edwardsville, did you?
Yeah, there's some good kids at Edwardsville.
Yeah. Edwardsville, I stomped the kid I wrestled there my freshman year. I hated those
Oh.
Illinois little bitches.
Yeah, and then
he crossed state lines. He's the ops.
I was right by Missouri for like a month when I went to college. I went to McKendree. You guys know where that's at?
No.
McKendree? No. It's like right by St. Louis, like probably 20 minutes.
Oh, shit.
Okay. That's sick though. Small. Yeah, it's cool that you're from the Midwest, man.
Let me think of this. It would have been like Lebanon or something like that. Lebanon, Illinois. I feel like right by Missouri, but yeah.
That Lebanon actually kind of. I feel like that's like a little south. That kind of sounds familiar.
Do you guys know what Lindenwood is? Lindenwood?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was the rivals with Lindenwood.
Okay. Yeah, I played Lindenwood in volleyball.
My cousin, she cheerleaded at that school too. That's cool.
Yeah. Yep.
That's so crazy, dude. It's such a small world. Because, yeah, Jopins, Ezra moved out here from Illinois because of Sean. We got the similarity there. What inspired you? I know it was Sean and Tim, but, like, where were you at when you were like, okay, I'm making the jump to AZ?
So, I was a pretty big fan of Sugar. I want to say I want to say I even seen the UFC posted whenever he knocked the dude out on Contenders, and then I went back and watched that fight, and I was like, oh, this dude's sick, because he was just like this like skinny kid, and he had just sick striking. I was like, this kid's sick. I remember showing my dad like, oh, dude, this dude's like super sick. And then him and Tim, I followed them on Instagram, and then I think they posted having a pod, and I started watching their podcast like right when it came out. And at the time, me and one of my best friends, my buddy that actually lives with me, Cameron, we'd watch every episode, whatever. And then I started dating Kiara. We'd watch every episode. We'd ask questions on there like forever. And then I always thought like maybe I'll fight one day after I'm done wrestling. It's something I would say like I remember being younger and being like, oh yeah, I'll probably fight in the UFC one day, but never even training or. I just had no real thought. Just I'll probably wrestle in college and then fight. That was just something I would say, but I didn't really know what that looked like.
Wow.
And then I had a friend that he, like I said earlier, Fargo, that's like the nationals in wrestling. I had my high school wrestling coach me there. And they have all the coaches room together. Let's say there's 50 coaches so around there. Illinois brings a lot of kids. Probably 50 coaches. He gets roomed with a guy that's a college wrestler at the time. His name's Trace Engelkiss. So Trace helps me cut weight because he's with my coach, and he corners me every match for Fargo. Okay, so I end up kind of like becoming buddies with Trace, but Trace is a little older than me, but I follow him on Instagram. We stay in touch. He posts he's going to start fighting, and he's coming down to the lab. Just like I'm like a senior in high school, and I'm like, oh, that's so cool. That's where Sugar trains. Like I would really want to go there one day. And he's like, just focus on wrestling now. Like get your degree, and then we'll figure it out. I remember dropping out and texting him like, I'm gonna move down.
You just straight up dropped out.
I dropped out.
That shit was on your mind hardcore.
Yeah, I remember dropping out of college, and like I remember telling Trace like, hey, I'm about to drop out, and like I'm gonna save up for like a year. I'm gonna move down, and that's what I did.
Damn, what'd you do for saving up? How'd you save up?
Actually, I did go to lineman school in between because I just like I hadn't fully bought in yet, so I was still gonna do, but I hadn't fully bought in. And then there's just like those pressures of like I want to make money kind of thing, and that's like line work makes good money, and that's what I was gonna do. But I got there and it was just like I can't do this. I think I just have to fight. Yeah. So I worked as a tree trimmer. I saved up a lot of money doing tree work. That they like cut the trees by the power lines. That's what I mostly did. But I was a grunt pretty much. Just
what's a grunt?
Like just like the low man. Like I do the like dragon
like
brush
picking up what they cut off.
Yeah, just doing like the heavy lifting of it, but that like no one really wants to do. And then I did some roofing, kind of same thing there. Just like the cleanup guy, the one that's just the feeder handing your shingles. I worked in a factory for a little bit. I had a bunch of like
you were jumping
odd
around.
Jobs. Yeah, because I didn't like anything I was doing, so I was jumping around, or I was getting fired.
Right. I feel that.
That's interesting because one of my questions was like, what was the turning point for you to like say, hey, I'm actually going to try to do pro at this? But it seems like there's a few, like it's a series of events that kind of lead you to that decision.
Yeah. At the time, like my ex, she was like I was going to wait for her to graduate high school. So I was like, well, I got a year, and I knew I had a year to save up some money too. So I was like, okay, I'll wait for her to graduate, and I'm going to save up money for this whole year. And I was living with my parents too, so I didn't have to pay rent or anything, so I could just pretty much save up. And each job just reinforced I can't work a regular job. I know everyone says that, everyone says it, but like especially just like the hard labor stuff I was doing, like especially in the Midwest, that's just what you do. I was just like I can't do this. It was just like
sucks the life out of you. Feels like.
Yeah, like I was just mentally just not a good place. And then when I came out here, I was just so grateful to be here. Like I could have lived in a box and I would have been pumped to be here.
Right. I feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because not much going back at home, besides family and friends.
I've had people say too, like to me, they're like, oh, like it's so crazy you risked this to come out here. I'm like, I didn't risk anything. If I stay home, I don't do anything.
Yeah. Right.
So I'm like, there's really no risk for me. It was like, all right, I can go do what I actually love to do and like enjoy doing. And it's going to be hard and I'm going to have to do all these things, X, Y, and Z to even be able to get to where I want to go. Or I could stay home and do something I hate doing and just do what everyone does that I already don't want to do.
I think it's the power of belief. because when you believe in something, you believe you can go do it and you want to go do it. I think that's what the drive is to actually make the decision. I think a lot of people kind of get too afraid to do it. They're like, oh, well, yeah, I want to go do that. I really want to go do that. But they don't make the decision themselves to actually go do it. Because I feel like most people would realize, hey, if you actually just go do it, you can achieve, man. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's not going to be easy. And the thing is I kind of get caught up on, oh, well, when this person's this, they're there already. And it's I'm going to say God's plan, you know what I mean? Because we're not all on the same path. Mm-hmm. It's going to take longer times, quicker times, it's whatever. But I think it's as long as you just truly believe in yourself and love it, it's just taking that, like, that's what makes that step easier to take.
And that's what I admire about you and so many other people that are at that top level of, like, you've been like, this is what I need to be happy. Like, I don't want to do all these other jobs because I'd be miserable doing that. A lot of people, I feel like, don't know their purpose or know exactly what their greatest desire would be. When did you, like, that you know, Trace inspired you and all these other things, but, like, when did you know, like, if I'm not a fighter, I'm not going to be happy? That's kind of my question, because I think that's super interesting.
Yeah, so I don't even want to say that, because I feel like I'm putting myself in a box. If I say if I'm not a fighter, I won't be happy. So I don't want to say that. Mm-hmm. Just fighting something I do right now. So I don't want to, like, just be like, oh, fighting, like, I'll hold all my worth in fighting. Mm-hmm. But it is like right now, it's like, it's definitely, you know, what I do. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I still, even, like, I never thought about, like, quitting fighting, right? Like, it's not even a question. It's just what I do right now. Uh-huh. But like, I get caught in comparison too, like how I just heard, like, Schmidt kind of say, like, it's hard to be like, well, why am I not there? I don't know, we all do it. I think about, like, a bunch of my friends, you know, like, I train with, and you know, I'm like, and, you know, and I don't want to act like I'm jealous. I'm not jealous of anyone. I'm always super happy for my friends. Mm-hmm. But there is always still that part of you that's like, they have so much to show for their work, and I have nothing to show for it. And they're like, it's not like it gets me mad or like I'm jealous or envious. It's just like, I want that too. Yep. But it motivates me in a way, because I'm like, you know, they did it, I can too. Yep. Is more how I take it. But yeah, I mean, it is easy to get dragged into that, especially just like how things are now, like with the internet, and then just like, you know, like girls, all these things like that motivate dudes. Like, you want to have money and status and all these things, and it's like, I don't know, it's tough to not get caught in it sometimes.
Oh yeah, and it's crazy seeing how some of these kids are making money these days, dude. It's like, fuck, we're in trouble. Because yeah, I can't imagine being a young kid right now with the power of technology and communication and being able to. It's almost as if a lot of people are going to be saying fuck school. I also think I saw the statistic where it was like, right now in America, like there's more people unemployed than there are jobs like they're looking for. I'm butchering something. I'm sorry about that, guys. But it was something crazy like that, where it's like, there's so many people not working right now because they would rather chase their. I feel like we're in that shift. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I even seen a thing where it was like, they asked like kids. I think it was like second graders, like, what do you want to do when you grow up? And like, most of them were like, I want to be an influencer. I want to be a YouTuber. I want to be a streamer. Like, that was like a lot of their answers. Where back in the day, most kids might say, I want to be a NFL player, or like,
how's this gonna affect
a firefighter or whatever.
It's gonna be crazy, especially with Kai getting bags, Speed, Mr. Beast, all these people, these influencers getting these bags, dude. Yeah,
the tricky thing is though that, like, we do need people to work though.
Right.
That is the thing. That yeah, of course no one wants to do it, but like men build the world. Like the house we're sitting in right now, like, yep. Like, yeah, the roads, everything, like, yep. That shit's got to get done.
That's why the race for AI is going on, I think. Because they got to fix that shit.
Yeah.
Because I feel like some numbers are going to be changing here in the next couple generations, you know?
Yeah, it's tough to even think what the world's going to look like.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think fighting's going to look like? Because I like that you talked about AI, but what about, like, you know, we asked ChatGPT for everything, right? So in the future, can you imagine, like, even John Jones learned a lot of fight techniques from YouTube. A lot of new fighters coming up might learn from, like, ChatGPT. And it's like, what do you think about AI coaches?
You know, not even just that. I could see, because they do it in baseball, they can do the hit. Have you guys seen that?
No.
It's like an AI thing, but it's like they can hit off the person they're gonna go against, because like.
Oh, like all the statistics of that person's batting averages and all that kind of stuff.
No,
Sweet spots or what?
I think it's that like the pitcher, like
Uh-huh.
it's the pitching machine pitches at the exact same pace but it's like an AI thing.
Oh.
And so the batters can hit off the pitcher before they verse the team.
Oh wow.
But now I take that into fighting, you wear VR or whatever, but you
Uh-huh.
could stand in front of that guy you're gonna fight and see all their tendencies, and you could fight that guy on a shadow boxing round basically
I
for
like
months
that.
before you fought him, and then you would have a good tell and you take a lot less damage.
Yeah. Well, obviously, I still think at the end of the day, there's going to be a difference. Right?
There's gonna be a difference, and
There's
then
gonna
the
be a
grappling too. I don't know if you could ever simulate that
Right.
feel, and then even the in-fight feel is just gonna feel different. But
A
you would be able to
slip.
see a lot of their stuff, like how someone looks in front of you
Yep.
would be a big advantage.
That's sick. That's actually exciting.
You know what else you'd have to ask AI
That's
though,
exciting.
Ezra?
I
You'd
like
have
that.
to be like, well, if my opponent's using AI to fight me, that's gonna alter how they fight.
Yeah.
So wouldn't that have to have then the AI that's training
Counter
you
AI.
change how that works? That's a little crazy, dude.
Yeah, I know it's gonna be weird,
That's exciting though.
but
Cool.
yeah, I assume
Cool for
that'll
future
happen.
training. You're gonna probably see some shit training.
Yeah, no, especially in like 10 years, right?
Yeah.
I probably got 10 more years in me. That a lot can happen in 10 years.
We kind of deflected off of the topic a little of what, like, your friend was coming out here. You were waiting for your girl. You were saving up money. You were waiting for your girl to graduate.
Yeah.
And so how long did it take to save up to move out here?
Basically a whole year,
Damn.
a little over a year.
Right? Yeah, and then and your mom and dad, your whole family were all behind you with it?
Yeah.
That's sick. 'Cause
Yeah.
You came out here with a plan, right? Or did you, because you knew you wanted to train at Redhawk, did you have a job lined up out here when you came out?
No,
No.
I didn't have any job. I had some money saved up.
Uh-huh.
We didn't really have anything. We had an apartment we had to pull up to
Uh-huh.
when we got here and like hope they let us stay, and they did. And then
That's a real grind right there, dude.
and
I
we just had
respect
my Chrysler at the time. Like
Yeah.
that's all. We just packed what we could fit in there. That was
Uh-huh.
it. It was just me and her, and then we just drove down.
Fuck. Yeah, when you first got here, dude, I remember when I first got here and everything just seemed so foreign. We're pulling up. How'd that feel for you?
What year did you guys get here?
2022.
Yeah, I got here 1 year before, 21. Tim was at his
Wow.
old place still,
Yeah, same when we got here.
and there was no fight team. The only people that fought on the team at all was Danny and JP3, and then I was training
Wow.
almost only at the lab, and then
Uh-huh.
I was doing comp rounds at Sanquino's and at Tim's,
Uh-huh.
because back then too we did Mondays at Sanquino's for comp rounds,
Wow.
and there would be a whole different crew
Isn't it
at
crazy?
the two gyms too.
It's not that long ago, but so much has changed since then. It's
Oh
crazy.
yeah, lots changed.
Damn, you were out here a year before us. That's insane. Yeah, were you ever on like when we were twitching, like when Sean was streaming at all? Were you ever in the comments back then?
I've never even been into gaming at all. My little brother's super into gaming. I've never
Uh-huh.
played video games.
Wow. Well, because you were always doing your wrestling and everything. You're always doing your thing.
Yeah, well, wrestling. The only reason wrestling was so busy, because I think wrestling mostly wouldn't be that busy for most kids.
Uh-huh.
It was super busy because for me, my coach would drive us. We'd drive to there's a town called Washington in Illinois, but it's like
Uh-huh.
they were like team state champions.
Uh-huh.
And my coach would be like, we need to wrestle with the best kids in the state. So he'd drive us over there like 3 days a week. And we'd drive over there, and it's 2 hours from us. But then when you take
Holy
into account,
fuck.
you go to school, 2-hour drive,
Yeah.
and then a 2-hour practice and 2-hour drive home.
Holy shit.
And then we get up and we work out at 6 a.m., but we didn't pull into our house till 11. So, I mean, we were gone a lot
Holy
wrestling.
fuck,
Dude,
dude.
did he have to get like permission slips or anything from like your parents?
No, he literally bought a van, like a big van, and we would just load up in there and just go
That
wrestle.
is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, for years.
That's
and then
fire.
me and all my buddies, like we got super tight because we'd be together all day, pretty much, and then especially like at night, we'd be together like the whole time. And yeah, my wrestling
That's
coach,
crazy,
he sent it for us, and then
What a legend.
yeah, legend. And then my buddies, we're boys, we just have stupid conversations, talk shit to each other. But yeah, like the normal high school stuff, I guess none of us really got we didn't really have girlfriends or doing that stuff because we were just so busy with the wrestling and stuff.
Wow. Yeah, wrestling was massive for where we grew up too. I knew a lot of people that wrestled, and they were like, you knew the wrestling guys, they were just all about it.
Yeah.
I was different. I was gaming all the time. I was with my boys all the time.
Yeah.
Did you place in nationals? Just curious on that.
Only 1 year in Greco, because there's different styles of wrestling, but I got 4th in Greco one time, but outside that, no, I didn't.
It is funny that you're from Illinois, and then when I remember going to Edward, we've just talked so much shit on Illinois kids, and then I'm sure it was the same way, but it's just like state to state right next to each other.
I was never the guy. Like I was never like the best wrestler. Like I was pretty good at wrestling, so I don't want to say that I wasn't really like, but I was never the man, if that makes sense. Like I was never the guy that was the number 1 guy in the country or even ranked in the country. Like that was like a mental hurdle even when you start fighting and stuff, like to be like, I can be one of those guys. I could be whatever. And like even grappling kind of helped me because I don't know if you guys know Dorian Oliveras. Have you heard of that name? He's pretty big in the jiu-jitsu world right now.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and you know what? We were just watching him roll.
At the CJI.
Yeah, and then Sean and Tim were there, and we were watching it at our buddy Chris's house.
Yeah, and I versed him here in Phoenix, and I darsed him, and I choked him in like 2 minutes or something.
Dude, he was looking good.
No, he's really good. He won the trials. He's like I think he's ranked like 7 in the world in grappling or something like that. I'm like, he's ranked 7 in the world in grappling. I don't even grapple full time, and I beat him. So I'm like, I know that I belong with these guys. But that's the point. It's just like when I was younger, maybe my mental wasn't fully where it is now. Where like now I know I belong. But before I didn't fully have that up here.
Sorry, boys, I had to pee.
No, I like that. Hey, thanks for that insight too, dude. I'm super excited, dude. You are a crazy good grappler. So I'm excited to see what you do against like the top UFC guys, these Russians that keep dominating everything.
Yeah.
What would you say to anybody? Because I feel like a lot of people they come out here and they realize that hey, it's a lot harder than you think moving out here, right?
Oh yeah.
It's a lot harder. What would you say to somebody, like, what do they need to have when they first move out here? Like, what would you say, where should they be at with their career? And, like, they definitely need to have a job, but what else?
So, like, for me, like I said, I actually was pretty lucky because when I came out here, when I first come out here, I didn't really have any connects, really, because I just got to the gym and stuff, and, like,
just strictly Tim and Sean.
But like I didn't know them personally,
Uh-huh.
I went to Tim's gym and I introduced myself, and me and Kiara did a class with Tim, and then I think Sugar and Tim come in the next day for sparring at the lab, and then I did a round with Sugar in the cage. My first ever cage rounds with Sugar. It was my very first week at the lab, but I didn't know them personally.
That's crazy.
And I'm kind of a shy guy at first. I didn't be like, hey, like I don't know, I didn't try to insert myself in with them.
Uh-huh.
And then it kind of organically, naturally happened. They kind of took me under their wing.
Dude, that's sick. I didn't know.
Yeah.
See, I thought you knew Tim and Sean. Like I thought you before you moved out here.
Yeah, no, I didn't know them, and then I only knew Trace was the only guy I knew at the lab in general. But I just
so when you
would just work hard and just like shut up and just try to work hard. That's what that was my initial plan. I was like, they'll like me if I just show up to everything and I just work hard, and that's kind of what happened. But
so the first time seeing Sean, you're about to spar him. What were you feeling like?
So I didn't know how sparring really worked either. So I was like, I didn't know if that was like initiation, like you're gonna get fucked up or like knocked out. So I was just like,
crying.
oh fuck. So I was actually scared, but he's kind of like my hero. So it was like, it was in some sense cool, but also I was pretty nervous. But it's funny too, just see things come full circle. I remember watching his podcast stuff, being a high school kid, and if you would have told me then, like, oh yeah, when he wins the world title, you're gonna be cornering him. He'll be your first ever cage round. Like stuff, just they're just cool stuff like that, that
you would never the old you wouldn't believe it. Yeah, I know exactly how you feel. Bro.
Yeah, and that's pretty cool. But I was lucky when I first came here because my ex she worked and I didn't work at all. She worked, and then my parents would send me some money to help with our rent and stuff. And then at the time, we really, really struggled. And then a few years down the line, you start getting a little bit of sponsorship. When you go pro, you can make a little bit of money fighting. And then Tim started letting me coach at the gym, and then I started doing privates. And then now I make a little bit of my own money where I I don't make a lot of money, but like I have roommates and we live in a nice house.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, and we're like sitting a lot more comfortable than I used to be. But it was like, I was lucky that I had those things, because if not, you do need to work and you're gonna need to get a job, and it's gonna take away from training. But you can definitely find places to work and stuff. Or if you're a kid in high school and you got a plan on doing this, like get your boys. Like it'll be better if you have your friends with you, because doing it completely solo would be hard. Not that you can't do it, but it would definitely be harder.
Bro, we're very similar but completely different. Like you had it way harder than me, because I'm so lucky I had Sean to move me out here, and like you, I had no idea he ever would when I became friends with Sean. But I had that at least. You know what I mean? I was like, okay, I'm moving out to Arizona because Sean's doing it. He wants me to come move out there.
Yeah.
So having that challenge of, trying to just make sure you're doing it on yourself, that's another level, man. Mad respect.
And you don't have any job lined up either.
Yeah,
I
mad
came down
respect.
here and I transferred over from my bank to the other bank here. So it was like not sweating about that, but like, man, you got to just start from ground zero.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got lucky too, because Sean, he helped me get a job at Sprouts because he shopped there all the time, and then people loved him. So
Yeah.
we literally walk in like, hey, my friend needs a job, got one there.
So this is kind of funny too, of the way that it worked when we first moved down too. It's kind of funny is I had $10,000 saved.
Oh,
I remember
wow.
at first I was like, babe, don't worry about rent this month. I
You're
got
feeling
it.
good.
And how quick it was gone. And I was like,
100%.
babe, you're gonna have to pay all rent. I had no idea.
Dude.
Like I was like, I don't know what I was thinking, but I just thought that $10K would last longer than it did.
Sounds like it, don't it?
It does. And then I remember the way she even had her money saved up was like kind of like she almost like finessed the state. Not to get too far into how, but like we had gotten some money and we were all right at first. And that amount of money we are so lucky we had, because she didn't actually make enough at the job she was working at the time too. And then like I said though, like my buddy Mike Hamill from the lab, his wife trained at this other gym, and then she got a better job there, made more money. There was just certain things that just lined up perfect. And then like I said, how like Tim started having me coach at the gym, like the sponsors that came when they did, like even like when me and my ex had broke up, I wouldn't even be able to make rent. There's just no way I could. And then I got a sponsor that paid me that, like literally like that month that we had split. Like I got a sponsor that like they were like, oh, we want to pay you this whatever month, and I was like, well, that is the only way I'd even be able to live right now.
It's crazy.
So otherwise I would have had to get a job right now too, which is just
yeah.
pretty cool that things have worked out the way they have for me.
Well,
I'm pretty lucky.
You've been working really hard, man. I'm kind of still in the same boat. If it wasn't for Sean and my mom, dude, I'd be fucked. So
Oh,
I'm
dude,
just
my
trying-
parents has helped me a lot too. Like,
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I wouldn't,
100%.
dude. Without my mom, bro. God, I'm so blessed to have my mom. Cause yeah, that's why I'm out here. Cause it's like, dude, yeah, like you were saying earlier, it's like, yeah, I don't want to work. I love working for Rhino, but dude, I'd love be doing this full time.
Yeah.
You just got to do what you got to do to make it work.
Yeah. Do
what
you
it's
guys
all
want to
about.
have kids?
That's funny that you brought that up, bro, because I was just thinking the whole time you were talking about, like, having to make sure that you pay the bills and everything. I was thinking of Alex Navarez, because he was on
Oh,
our
yeah.
podcast recently.
Hell yeah.
You know what he
Another
said?
warrior.
He said similar. He was just like, have kids.
Yeah.
When we were talking about what to do to, like, have the drive, because it's like you got to worry about this person and feeding this person and making sure this person survives.
Yeah,
But
good spin
I
on
want
it.
kids.
Yeah.
Alex had a really good spin on it with how it motivated him, everything. I fear having kids because it's like, well, I want it. Like, I guess I'm too spoiled on myself, and like I just want to be ready. But then you hear that you're never ready, you know?
Yeah, I think you really are never ready.
Yeah.
It's
But
funny
money, dude.
that, but well, okay, so me and my ex, we got a dog, right?
Mhm.
And we split the dog, and like I love this dog so much. And it's funny to think about like how much I love this dog, like imagining if it was like a baby, like
Right?
just like there's just like a different kind of love I think you have for that person. So it would just be like, I don't think you can comprehend it until you have it.
100%.
Because even like I'm saying, like my dog, I love my dog so much. So it's just I've never even really had that kind of feel for. And I had dogs growing up and stuff, but this dog's like mine, if that makes sense. And I'm like an
Oh, dude.
adult now, so this is like my baby.
Dude, dogs are family members. I
Yeah.
grew up with dogs, and that's how I've always been.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
But you're absolutely right, man. It's funny, though, because if we all had kids, we'd all be better.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Just like it way worse.
Yeah. But I feel like for the most part, I've seen most of my friends who have kids. They're all about their kids. They're living good lives. For me, I want kids, but I just want to be ready. I want to do it right.
Well, that's the thing too, right? You always hear that you're never gonna be ready.
I know,
So I
'cause
guess you just kind of have to swallow that pill.
Here's a better question, Ezra. If you don't have kids, are you okay?
I would say yes. I know some older guys that don't have kids and they're still like really like sick humans and stuff, and I really like them.
Uh-huh.
But I've never talked to them and them even say they don't want to have kids because they even say they want to. So like I feel like it's a desire everyone wants, but I think one thing is everyone wants to have it with the right person.
Yep.
And then that's a tricky thing to have happen too, because like things gotta kind of, you know, if you have it with the wrong person,
Oh yeah.
you know, you can make it work and, you know, you can do the thing. But I think everyone kind of has that like dream of like, I want to find the perfect person.
Right.
Maybe the perfect person doesn't exist, but you want someone you can trust and that like is going to be a good parent to the kid too.
Yeah.
Because it's a two-way street on that.
And then, dude, oh my God, mistakes happen.
Mm-hmm.
You never know.
Never know.
You just never know. And that's when it's like, man, it was just meant to be, meant to happen.
Yeah, dude, no one's perfect, so I feel like you can never get the perfect partner, but you should have a partner that's supportive and trustworthy, 100%.
It's cool
Yeah.
to see how Sean's grown having kids. That's been really cool.
Yeah.
He's such a good dad. It's inspiring because it's like, man, if I was to be a dad, I'd want to be a dad like that. And like how my dad was and your dad was. I've always been blessed with like father figures in my life.
Yeah. You know, it's weird too how like kids, like you could see it in a lot of people that like weren't really raised that good, or like girls have like daddy issues or these things. Like there's a reason that's a saying. Like there really is a thing about like, and I think that like trauma's thrown around a lot. Like really people do throw that around a little too much, but there really is something to like your childhood because it's your developmental years. And if you have a weird relationship with one of your parents and stuff, like it just kind of forms you a little fucked up.
It can affect it affects everyone differently.
It does, yeah.
Because absolutely, who you grow up with, and because there's a lot of family I have that I don't look at like family, and then there's a lot of people who aren't my family that I look at family. So like, growing up thinking like that, you just really know the value of things when you don't have certain things. And because I can't imagine not having parents, and even people who are adopted, you know, because how they feel when they find out, oh, I've been adopted. You hear all those kinds of stories of how it makes them feel.
Yeah.
So definitely 100%, I would agree.
All right, let's get into the political questions.
Oh, whoa.
Whoa, you want to get political? Me and Brendan been trying to stay away from the politics because people get angry at us, but I love them.
Yeah, people don't like politics.
I know, because it's like, dude, it's like people will die for it. You gotta be so perfectly correct and know everything. And God forbid, I'm still trying to learn.
Well, just because I'm trying to get away from politics here, I wanted to ask, because you don't have like do you have an official nickname?
I don't.
Because I had one.
You got one?
I had one here.
I've had a few people give me a couple.
You probably
that
heard
I
this.
liked.
You've probably heard this.
Yeah.
Have you heard Easy E?
Yeah.
Ezra?
Easy or Easy E. People said
Easy E.
I never thought of that one.
Kinda
yeah,
lit.
they're pretty good. I know. I think I do need a nickname, especially just like in the future, like marketing and stuff. It's just way better with a nickname.
You know what? You're that
Look at
psychopath.
Suga, guns, all those things. Like it just doesn't work if it's just your name,
What
not the
was
same
TJ
way.
Dillashaw?
Killishaw.
Killishaw?
That was, or yeah, that was it. I think.
You know what's funny? He has no nickname, and I was just thinking, because back in the day, we used to play the UFC games when they were really big, and the best online players, they didn't give a crap about the character they made. It was just, it said create a fighter, and it was just like the blank slate.
Oh yeah.
And you always knew those guys were like the scariest people to fight online. Just like you don't have a nickname, it's like I don't have time to customize or do anything.
Or the big, ugly, scary people. They were really good too. Just annoying.
Oh yeah.
So maybe no nickname is even more threatening.
Yeah, maybe no nickname is good. Some people don't got nicknames.
I've been trying to think. I can't come up with one. We gotta ask ChatGPT.
I had gotten I gotten three. I liked Easy or Easy E. Jared Cannonier said this one. I thought was actually pretty good. He said, "How about Squeezy E?" Because they're always choking people with Squeezy E. It's kind of good.
I like that one.
And you know, some of my buddies back home, they're like, "How about ASAP?" Because you're always in and out of the cage. ASAP, like get in, get out. So I was like, oh, those 3 are pretty good.
Let us know in the comments, guys, if you got any nicknames for Ezra. Maybe you guys can come up
maybe
with
one
one.
will stick.
Yeah, well, you're one of those guys that lets his fighting speak for himself. Because, guys, like you were saying earlier, you were saying you were shy, but, like, you're just very to yourself. I never thought you would be a shy guy because you're very, like, you'll talk to anybody. But you're just very to yourself. You come into the gym, you work hard, and you get out, you know?
Yeah.
I big time respect it. What's the fight plans looking like? What's going on with Mr. Ezra? What can we look forward to?
I might have a fight in about a week, maybe.
In a week, maybe.
Possibly.
That's how this goes for Mr. Ezra.
Yeah.
You deal, like a lot of guys at the gym, you deal with, like, so many guys, you get a fight, they pull out.
Yeah. I had one booked, and the guy pulled out for later this month. But the guy pulled out, and they're looking for replacements. I could wait for that, or maybe I could get a short notice in a week and just go and send it. I've already done a short notice one time on, like, a week notice before, too. I mean, of course, I prefer camp, but if I got to, right now at the regional scene, it's, like, about getting the fights. So if a good opportunity comes up, sometimes you got to take it.
You always take it, 100%.
Yeah. Or, right now, like, if I need to, I want to see how I feel about it, see how some of the guys feel about it. But if I need to, wait and the right match will come anyways. I already got another fight booked November 1st, too, in Phoenix. So
wow. Oh, we're here in Phoenix?
Yeah,
Dude,
so I got that
go.
booked already. So that'll for sure.
We shall be there.
I like how ready you are for it because I had a good quote.
Ezra stays ready, Brennan.
I had a good quote, and I think it falls in line with your whole mentality, bro. Don't wait for the perfect wave. Surf the one in front of you.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Guess who made that quote up?
Who made that quote?
Chat GPT.
That was pretty good.
Isn't it? I loved it. I wanted to share it with you.
Yeah,
Really?
Because
I
you
like that.
inspire me too,
That's
man. It's usually
scary.
you don't let setbacks. You just go for it.
God, that was actually good. That was scary. They're going to be coming up with stuff like that we never even thought of. Good God. Well, do you have a theme song that you like, or are you still trying to figure that one out?
Like a walkout song?
Yeah.
So I walk out to the same song every time. Every fight, all my amateurs and pros, I walked out the same song.
Uh-huh.
But, I'm not superstitious,
Uh-huh.
but I always walk out to this song because when I was in wrestling, like back in the day, I would always listen to a song, and then when I lost, I would switch the song in my headphones, and I'd listen to a different one before I wrestled.
Uh-huh.
But now I haven't lost with this song, so I keep it. So if I lose, it'll get switched. But if I don't lose, I'm just gonna keep this one.
I like it.
But it's When You Were Young by the Killers.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Dude, it's funny when you're there in fights, you sometimes just don't hear shit. But I do remember that now. That's a good one.
I like that song.
Ezra always bumps, dude. He bumps classics whenever I'd be working for Tim and he'd come in and Ezra's practicing. Dude, it's Creed. It's Breaking Benjamin. It's 3 Days Grace. It's all the classic good shit.
Not just classic Shy Kid classics.
Yeah.
Shy Kid classics. The Killers.
The Killers.
Oh, dude, the Killers. One of the all-time goats. I have that CD in my thing.
Oh yeah, I like them. They're good.
What'd you grow up listening to? What were your favorite bands growing up?
Oh, so my dad, he'd always play Dio. You guys heard of Dio?
I just learned a lot about Dio because when Ozzy passed, I didn't realize he took the mantle for Black Sabbath.
Yep. Dio. Some Ozzy too. That's some like the older stuff, and then a lot of 3 Days Grace, Breaking Benjamin.
Oh yeah.
Chevelle.
Oh yeah. I love Chevelle.
Yeah, a lot of those guys. Creed 2. Alice in Chains. Yeah, that's pretty much all the stuff I grew up on was those guys.
Alternative rock.
Yeah.
Dude, Breaking Benjamin when I was like 13, 14. Again, I remember when my sister played Diary of Jane, I was like, turn this shit off. I hate it. And then I don't know, one day I listened to it, and then I started looking up all their other stuff, and then boom, biggest Breaking Benjamin
Oh,
fan.
yeah, they're good. I love them.
Blue October, all them guys.
Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah.
We can go all day. Green Day, Blink-182.
Yeah.
I love all that. Oh, that's, other shit, but yeah. Damn.
I like punk rock, too. You guys like punk rock?
Oh yeah, have you ever heard of the Dead Kennedys?
No, I got into punk like more recent, but I get it. I don't know. I feel
What,
like I
like
never
Sex
got it, but I
Pistols?
get it now.
Are you talking like Sex Pistols? Or are you talking?
I like you guys heard like Taking Back Sunday.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah, like
Nate
those guys.
Damshire? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What about like emo shit like My Chemical Romance? I love My.
Yeah,
Chemical.
I like that shit too.
Same.
It's kind of funny how like, so there's like when like Lil Peep was doing his stuff, like you can feel there's some kind of influence from kind of that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah.
But then it's more dark, and then it's kind of like rap because it's a flow.
Yep.
But it's pretty sick. He had like a sick like style of music too.
I love that you like Lil
He
Peep.
loves Lil Peep.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what? Tim and Suge, they don't like sad boy music, huh?
Yeah, they hate it.
Oh, I love it. I think you gotta grow up in a place that's like but I guess they grew up in
Midwest?
Montana.
Not so perfectly fucking lives where your parents are a fucking star cop and your mom's really smart. Everybody's just perfect. Yeah.
Well, I think in Illinois and Missouri, it rains a lot, and in the fall, it's like always super dark and gloomy.
Yeah.
So I think that's partly it too.
Yeah. And just the culture, dude. Like, I feel like the Midwest, we all grew up on that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because everyone in my school
Kurt
and stuff
Cobain.
like, yeah, we all like that shit.
Yeah.
But then, like, I got out here, and like some people don't know a lot of
don't.
the like that kind of stuff. They weren't. As
They're not
into
cultured.
It. But
They're
it's
not cultured.
It's sunny here every day.
Yep.
That's
Perfect
why.
Rainbows, palm
Yeah.
trees.
West Coast tracks hit different here.
Yeah, they do.
It's
exactly.
all flex music out here. It's I got my car, you know.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, that's sick that you like that dark shit. I love it. I love it, my man. Well, damn, dude, this has been a good episode. I've had a great time. We need. Thanks for coming on again. We definitely need to get you on again soon, bro, with someone
Yeah.
else too. I'd love to do one with you and Ross.
Oh yeah, me and Ross. That's
yeah.
perfect one.
Cause yeah, dude, you've moved up here with. He came with you, or how did
He didn't come with me. Ross moved here in 2023, but him and his brother Jack. So Jack, okay, me and Jack have been buddies since way back because we wrestled together when we were kids. They moved to Florida when Jack was probably 14. I was probably 12 because Jack's like 2 years older than me. Ross is a little bit younger than me. And then they moved to Florida and stuff, but they'd still come back once in a while and stuff. But we were always still buddies and stuff. So then I think they started training some jiu-jitsu and stuff. And then Jack was like, "Oh, I'm gonna come check out Arizona." Him and Ross come out, stayed with me for a week, and they were like,
So you
"Yo,
motivated
can I
him.
live here?" And I was like, and I had 2 rooms open at the time. I was like, "Hell yeah, move down." So then they moved down.
That's
Wow,
sick,
that is
dude.
fire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Ross, they're both. I miss Jack. I don't see him as much. I don't see Ross as much, but they're both a hoot and a holler. I'd love to get both of them on the pod.
Yeah,
But yeah. We definitely got to get you back on, man.
oh man.
You're a natural on the mic.
Natural.
Like Jobins, to let this guy know that he needs to do a pod, because he was talking about doing a pod with his buddy, and I think there's something somewhere. Because also we didn't really talk UFC, which I'd love to do with you next time, bro. Because you break down fights really good. I feel like you'd be a good commentator, you know? Because
Maybe that's my calling.
dude, you know, the way that you me and you have talked so many times, and the way you break down fights when we're watching, it's like that's just you're so naturally good at it.
And you're natural at the space because you don't have
yeah.
headphones on. It's really impressive.
Always killing it. So yeah, next time we do a pod, we gotta talk a lot of UFC stuff. Be fun.
Man.
Yeah. Thank you for coming again, man. Go check out Ezra on Instagram, Jobins. We'll put a link in the bio. We'll see you guys next time.
Love you guys.
Love you guys.